to our practice and improvements, but what we really came to value was the process. Being given the respect to choose what to work on, being given the time and the resources to pursue something that we were truly interested in was invaluable. We were engaged in what we were doing, and therefore our students were engaged as well. The following year, we got funding from the PKE to facilitate other practitioners as researchers. So basically, we did our own mini TLLP. We called it BARN, Bluewater Action Research Network. Liz Campbell, who was unable to be here tonight, as well as Kathy, were our facilitators. There were about 16 participants, ranging from ECE professionals to elementary teachers to secondary teachers. Some other professional development models say, here, try this. This works if you do it this way and if you follow these steps. What we did was invite other practitioners to research their own practice, to identify their own research question, find a way forward, try it, reflect on it, and then repeat. It was a self-determined, self-directed, values-based model which used technology to document our learning as well as a reflection tool. Each participant was given 4 release days, and they participated in a sharing symposium, much like what you will be doing here tomorrow.
So with BARN, we're trying to influence others by demonstrating a kind of self-study approach to professional learning called Living Theory Action Research. And this was created by Jack Whitehead and introduced to us by Jackie DeLong. And Jackie has acted as a consultant for us this year. And both Jack and Jackie mentor us at the same time as we have an influence on them based on the work that we're doing. So our reciprocal relationship is an example of how we as practitioner researchers can influence and be influenced by academics. So, Living Theory Action Research. It values the embodied knowledge of the practitioner, which is embedded in each of us, to the work we do every day in our context. It starts with each of us identifying our own values and the living contradictions. So the living contradictions are the places where, in our practice, we are not, the outcome or our practice itself is not according to our values, it doesn't match our intentions. It values the inner conflict or the cognitive dissonance that's so valuable as an indicator that change is needed. It's this discomfort that precedes transformation. So we were trying to influence, as you can see, both our school board and the academic world. So within our school board, we're obviously influencing the people that have participated in BARN directly, and in particular, developing leadership of our group. So Melissa is part of our leadership for our application going through this year. It's gone to the ministry. And we have 3 others, Bradley Clark, Crystal Dunn, and did I miss somebody? Yeah, 3 new people. So we also had a symposium, just like you're going to have tomorrow, and we had an influence on the people who attended that symposium. Also, we've been trying to mount a lot of things on the name and share that way. So within our school board, we've tried to have an influence as well. We've tried to start some conversations with people on our board, invite them to come see what we're doing. Our application this year was a great opportunity to discuss what we've done, what we plan to do, and where we're hoping to go next. So, what we're sharing, a vast array of projects, an understanding of a variety of subject areas, an understanding of inquiry learning and how that might work for educators. We're also sharing our process, and we're working right now to summarize that process in an e-publication. But most magically and most importantly, we're seeing our students becoming action researchers with us. They're being our critical friends and giving us feedback on our research, as well as becoming researchers about their own, their own practice. So, we're also trying to have an influence on the academic world.
Some traditional educational research tends to look at many educators and generalizes. This is how you do it, and if you follow this recipe, you will have success. Quite often we see the value in the research, but until we've actually lived it and we've experienced and worked through the challenges, we don't own it. The practitioner research we are all engaged in through TLLP projects is, as our colleague Brad Clark says, where the rubber meets the road. Our voices, the voices of all of you, are essential in figuring out how to improve practice.
So Demetra talked about some of the conferences and things that people are becoming involved in through their TLP work. We've shared our work at academic conferences, and we started out with the support of Jack and Jackie going to the American Education Research Association in San Francisco. That was not funded by the ministry, by the way, just in case you're wondering. So then we quickly switched to some more local conferences, and last year we went to the Ontario Association of Deans of Education conference and presented with the support of our consultant Jackie DeLong. And this year we took a barn group by ourselves, and we went to a consortium for the study of leadership and ethics in education and presented there. We'd like to encourage you to think about how you can make your voices heard with your colleagues, your board, and beyond. The Ontario College of Teachers and the union websites have information about conferences and publication opportunities, and the TLLP organization welcomes applications for funding of those opportunities, as long as they're not in San Francisco. Another opportunity locally is the ARNA conference in May, Action Research Network of the Americas. We'd like to encourage you to consider submitting a proposal because it's for action researchers and you're all action researchers. If you want more information about the conference, I'll be posting it on the name as soon as we get the call for proposals. You can talk to us or we just email or on the name. So, our metaphor. We all have a choice about how we're going to share the work that we're doing in our TLLP. We can describe a smooth story of self and how easy it is to implement change, or we can be authentic in our vulnerability. We can show the cracks and the chips, where the changes will or have occurred or will occur. This kind of vulnerability creates a space for others to enter into conversation with us, our students and our colleagues. We look forward to hearing about your passion tomorrow and about hearing the chips and cracks you've encountered on your way to get here. Thank you.